Hello, hello world! It is I, Ethan, and today we are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. This is a pretty, I wouldn't say niche game. A lot of people have heard of it, a lot of people have loved it. But recently they put out a remaster and update to all the content that they had in here. And joining me, I have my two brothers! Say hi, Jimmy!
Hi.
And JJ!
Hi.
Here we are today. Jimmy's going to be playing instead of me. I'm just going to be doing some commentary. Without further ado, Jimmy, begin the game!
Here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Sure, whatever.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Stanley is the least popular person on Earth.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We have done a little bit of playing off camera, so there's some stuff here you might... New content. Okay.
Oh good, you noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
We have done some playing off camera, and I didn't think it would make a very good series, but it was really interesting the first time around. So here I am, yeah. New content! Whoa! New content.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
It wasn't like this.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Excellent.
Let's see over here. Wait.
Investor showcase?
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there.
I love the narrator so much.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. It's an interesting poem. This place looks spiffy. There's two everywhere. They're back. 2 doors. The Stanley Parable 2. Is that a PowerPoint? No, that's a Google slide. This just looks like... Huh? New content is out. New content part 2 is in. The old and busted versus the new hotness. Look at that.
We'll just slow down a bit.
2 Stanleys! What's the second one even doing? It doesn't even have a keyboard. Oh wait, that's his kid. It's bring your child to work day. Haha.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
The end is never the end again.
Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Like arrows pointing over there.
This way to the show floor. Did that say Netflix over there? No, that's new features. Okay. New content. The new content bus. There's 2 everywhere. Far more than 2.
Means just the two of us. I think he has a body and he's gonna make me talk. Probably.
JJ, how you doing?
Good. Oh, this is the Stanley.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Go push it.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Go push it, Jimmy. Push it. Push it.
Try it.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Hey, that works.
Because in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Jimmy, you are now just Jim.
Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Yes.
If so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim. Yes! You see! What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you! Do it again! Do it again!
Do it again.
Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only...
You exist, Jim.
It would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from
Oh,
it.
jeez.
I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Gentle J.
That is not gentle. What's
That's a very good button. I like that button. Thank you, narrator.
Stanley Parable?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
I mean, maybe...
Oh.
Ooh. Free, new, and easy achievement. Well, what's that? Go. In a second. Jimmy, go left. That's where the free achievement is. The free, new, and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Get it here.
Stanley Parable 2 Deluxe.
Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your achievement. That's it.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world.
Just keep pulling the lever. Can you hold it down?
This feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Is anything here done? Alright, go.
Hall.
Yeah, the infinite hole, yeah.
What? Go into the...
It's like a museum.
Go up here?
Yeah, over there.
Go in there. But I missed the back or something.
exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What?
The jump circle returns.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. Oh wait, you already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
No more jumping for you, Jimmy. Collectibles. Is that what Stanley's supposed to look like? It looks silly.
Yeah. What's over here?
The Exposition Hall 2. It's a map.
Go to the Infinite Hall.
Go to the
Where is it?
I don't know. What's on the table? Never mind.
Over here?
Can you find them? 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 Collect them all. What is that?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Ha!
You don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Get it, Jimmy. That's a Stanley figure. You gotta get it, Jimmy. Get it. Get the thing, Jimmy. Ah! You found it.
So there's
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
on these sides.
Go to the exit. I think the infinite hole's in that direction.
Why would he even put?
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay?
Go see the bucket,
I'll
Jimmy.
get out of your hair now.
The map might help.
You are there. Go through that. Go through that tunnel thing on your right. On your right. Yeah. No, there.
Oh, church.
Wait, Jimmy, the sign changed. Look on your right. Look. The button that says your name, now it just says Jim. The button that says Jim. The Stanley Parable 2 Reassurance Bucket. And this is a merch store. I'm loving this game. Okie dokie. This is a small door. Whoa.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long
The therapy bucket.
embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the
It's a therapy bucket, Jimmy.
And to be honest,
Daddy.
it's a much more convenient
When something
solution.
confusing happens, if you're holding the bucket, everything will feel great.
It's uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
He's saying the bucket makes you hot.
The slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I don't think you're supposed to put it back. Alright, go find that hole thing and then we can get on. Infinite hole, yeah.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't.
You can like go up here for it. Let's check that out.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Which one? I will leave this here and you can do some commentary, Jimmy, because I have stuff to do. Hold on. It's not recording your face, it's recording your voice.
Ooh, I found a button. What is this one? Get Well Someday. Happy 12th birthday. Someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
This Sunday it is.
Actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Wow. The balloons are there now. On the picture. Wow. I'm gonna have to tell my brother that. Example, it's such a neat picture. Oops. Came the wrong direction. So here we go. Guys, we are going up to in the Infinity Hall. What? This is not where I was supposed to go. I wanted to go to the Infinity Hall. Did you look at the sign? Hold on, I need to look at the signs again. Then, where's side? Hold on. That. Definitely have to go right down here. So where's the Infinity Hall then? It's somewhere up. It's supposed to be up there. But for some reason I didn't spawn up there. Office. Infinity Hall. So is diamond inside there? Looks like so I think we have to go over here. So the Infinity Hall should be somewhere here. What about here? What's here? Did I come out here before?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a...
I found it. Infinity Hall. Wanna go in? Ethan! Ethan!
I can't come to me.
I found the Infinity Hall. Go in. You could keep falling in there forever. Never ending. Isn't that fun?
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Isn't it one?
Since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top and we can continue onward.
Cool though.
Press G to return
Now,
back
I
to
don't mean to be a
the
bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Yeah, I
Great.
want to.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Something's fishy. Something's fishy. Something feels very fishy. The door is open. Something's alive and it's going to come for us. Okay, that's how the creator made it. I mean, the air raid. Wait, what? I wasn't. I don't look like that. It's a liar. Whoever made that is a liar. Because that is not how I look. Well, probably I look like that sometimes. But still. That's not how I look. Can't go any further. I'll let you. But where are you supposed to go then? Well, probably we're done with everything in here. Wait, that's what... I wasn't there. Also, he's so genius to make that teleport back thing. Well, he's going to tell me something if I come back here.
Hello, I'm back. Hello, hi.
So we just went to Infinity Hall, it never ends, and there's a teleport back button.
Lucky you.
Ooh, what's that?
Is that?
I can't do anything with it. Finally, we're exiting because there's nothing else to do down
Oh.
Jimmy, you have a cool bucket. Oh, it says please no screenshots. Uh-oh, we're recording.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Show us what you got.
Are you ready? Here it is. I'll give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Let me in there, we can see.
Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
The jump circle with the infinite hole in it.
It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything
It's gonna
to
be
create
worse.
a
The
sequel
whole thing is
that
just a
was
jump, just a
the
circle.
first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Isn't that
I suppose it could.
what we're doing now?
A really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something
Stanley
up.
Parable 2.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Whoa! Whoa! He showed us the titles. Look at that! Yeah, begin the game.
That means whatever it said was wrong the first time, and that means this is the... Another one. There's a trick about
Stanley worked for a company in a
With the
big
balloons!
where he was employee number 427.
Don't skip.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That
And
was.
one day, something
Oh.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
The balloons, Jimmy, what do they say?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah, well, someday.
Who could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The memo.
Bucket! Bucket! Get the...
Stanley picked up the bucket.
The bucket! Have the bucket.
The balloons were in the picture before.
The bucket!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Ah!
No.
No, go on the left, Jimmy. This is perfect. Don't screw it up, Jimmy.
I want to find out about something.
You can do that after you finish whatever this is.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd
Or
find
not
answers.
The broom closet! Open the... yeah.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the that it is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
Get out of there, Jimmy! Run!
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
The button.
Or did he? What the?
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Excellent.
Where's your car down there?
I don't know. But you found the thing, Jimmy.
Yeah.
The thing.
And I also,
I'm so proud of you, Jimmy. You found the thing.
last time we came, it was shorter order and we couldn't type. Because if you were a real person last time. The floor all green.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845. 5.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
I love this bucket so much.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Your best friend, Jimmy. Oh!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must
Three
be
more
a
left.
name for these
A
things.
left.
What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
Stanlerine.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
You got so
So
many.
you said to collect.
3 more. You're blazing through them.
Well, I'm
How
supposed to go down
does
here.
get another Stanley?
But there's a collection down there.
Oh.
Everywhere floating with man.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. It is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
It feels not fine.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I don't know.
Can't find it.
Wait, last time it didn't let us escape, remember?
Well, I don't know.
Think there's a arena over there?
Maybe check? But be careful. I haven't gone down there before.
Wait, we can just come. If we go over there, it'll close too. Guys, manners.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I think he only made the bucket because that was made it that way because that's his heart. Heart is the bucket.
JJ, how do you feel about the bucket?
Monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
0.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley...
Now, whose story is this? The bucket or Stanley's?
...that everything would be
Bucket
fine.
was Stanley.
Just the two of us.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
And what did it do?
Does a bucket want to
It's
do
the opposite.
or want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
The bucket.
The bucket.
The bucket is your only friend, Jimmy.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way. and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
So go turn it off.
What's this?
What's that do?
Need a Stanley Parable 5.
You can go up there.
Are you sure you want to go
Stanley
check?
Parable 5.
Something feels wrong. I feel like there's more adventure waiting.
What is the bucket hiding? Those stairs are blocked. Alright, well.
That means there's some. It ends right over here, and something definitely wrong. I'll say one more time.
You gotta turn it off, Jimmy.
Oh no.
Turn it off.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off. Turn it off. Jimmy. Jimmy. Jimmy, you'll get a bad ending. Jimmy. Okay.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Where's the button?
No, Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms, not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room, but at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What the?
Never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Did we start? Wait, what? Jimmy, behind you.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
On your right.
This?
Oh no. Behind you. In that hallway right there. There's a thing on the wall behind you. Next to the window. Figurine Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room.
Before Stanley.
Grab the bucket again and take it someplace else.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed.
Wait,
over him.
what's behind you? Behind you, something. I saw a weird door. On your right? Oh, never mind. Go.
Stanley clutched tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Or did he?
Just one last time.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
What do those signs say? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of the cargo lift is 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000. I'm gonna be dead. You can't charge me squat.
Said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was fully convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Stanley and his bucket.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
No water.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
I don't know, Jimmy. We've seen what happens when you make the narrator angry, but the bucket? Are you sure you want to make your only friend angry?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressed,
I'll pause it, Jimmy.
he began to believe the bucket could speak.
Bye. We'll be back soon after our next turn.
Don't worry, guys. I'm just pausing the recording. Wait, how long are we coming up on again? Oh, 42 minutes. Okay, let's try to wrap this up soon. I'm just pausing. Alright, everyone. I don't have any more time to be doing this, and regardless, the video is getting kind of long, so I will say my goodbyes here and now. This is probably going to be a multi-part series like Indie Cross was. It's probably going to be called, I don't know, Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Part 1 or something. I don't. Okay, well, goodbye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed whatever this was. Bye-bye.